Dr. Conway. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to introduce our keynote speaker for the Honors Convocation this morning and to welcome back to her alma mater, Ms. Dia Sims. She is currently one of the most distinguished and accomplished graduates of our institution, and indeed, one of America's leading business executives. A native of Monterey, California, now residing, of course, here in Baltimore, Dia has climbed high on the corporate ladder since she graduated from Morgan State University with a bachelor's degree in psychology in 1997. After years of working as a contract specialist for the Department of Defense, later in advertising sales, and as co-founder of Madison Marketing Incorporated, and in the pharmaceutical industry, she joined Combs Enterprises as an assistant to its owner, Sean Diddy Combs. Her rise at Combs Enterprises has been steady and dazzling, from assistant to chief of staff, to general manager of Blue Flame Agency, his advertising and marketing firm, and as president of Combs Wine and Spirits. Almost a year ago, she made the front page of the Baltimore Sun because in May of 2017, she was promoted to president of Combs Enterprises, where she oversees business activities across all the companies and oversees investments built and cultivated by Sean Combs. In the meantime, Dia has earned a master's degree in management from Florida Institute of Technology and has also earned a level 2 certification from the Defense Acquisition University. As one of its strongest creative forces, Dia Sims has brought to Combs Enterprises since 2005, when she joined the firm, a relentless commitment to excellence and has established an unparalleled record as a creative strategist and as a marketer in the leadership team at Combs. Under her leadership, Ciroc Ultra Premium Vodka, I can't believe I'm saying that actually, experienced a 1,000% growth and moved from relative obscurity to being one of the most recognized vodka brands in the world. Now let me just come clean and be transparent. I haven't tasted it. So today, she leads efforts across Combs Enterprises to identify and pursue strategic investments that expand the reach and influence that Combs has on entertainment, on the media, on fashion, on spirits, on culture, and other sectors. She is also a highly respected philanthropist. Dia serves on the board of THREAD organization, which provides underprivileged high school students with resources to help foster their academic and personal growth. And she also serves on the board of Bankable, a mobile app that enables people to connect with the best creative talent in the market. She is an alumna in whose life and achievements Morgan State University takes great pride and satisfaction. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Morganites, please join me in giving a warm, enthusiastic welcome back home welcome to Ms. Dia Sims, class of 1997, president of Combs Enterprises.
Good morning. I am so incredibly honored to be here today. I want to give thanks to President Wilson for that awesome introduction. Maybe you can go more places with me. No. To the Board of Regents, all of the faculty here, all the alumni, the families, these students here who are such high achievers, who, as they were just recently referenced, the drum beaters, the culture creators, the people who I am inspired to stand here in front of today. Thank you for being an example. Thank you for showing that Wakanda is real. It's right here in this hall with the work that you guys do. So I graduated Morgan in 1997, which probably sounds prehistoric to many of you, but it feels like yesterday to me. When I was here, we didn't have a beautiful, super fly, inspirational, state-of-the-art hall like this. So I hope you guys are grateful for all the work that your faculty administration, that the alumni, donations, that the community has done to make sure that Morgan is the best possible place for you to learn and to grow and to shape culture. I know that I am grateful for the people who came before me. I spent 4 extraordinary years here on this campus. I was really fortunate that I received a full academic scholarship, which I have no doubt that today benefited my very start in life. So as we all, and I'm sure many of you, many of your friends, we all face this really global burden, right, of student loans. I was able to step out as an adult debt-free because the alumni before me, because the administration had contributed to the school to make sure that there was a scholarship for someone like me to take advantage of. So although many of you, I believe in the audience, may be freshmen, sophomores, think about and don't forget that when you leave Morgan, make sure that you come back and give your talent and your resources, both your sweat equity and your financial resources. That's what other universities do, and I want to make sure as HBCUs that Wakanda only works if we turn around and give back. Now, I fancy myself a pretty good, disciplined student, honors student. And in 1997, when it came time to graduate, I went to they were posting the list by the Dean of Academic Affairs in the hallway. So I go up, and I'm looking, and I look again, I read it again, I don't see my name on the list. I'm like, there must be some kind of mistake. So I knock on the door, and I'm saying, hey, I'm not on the graduation list. I got my 3.6, I'm just doing extra work. And come to find out, I was actually 1 credit shy of a physical education credit. So the year I graduated, President Clinton actually spoke. And that will make sense in a minute. So I go and talk to the dean, and I say, well, what can I do? I got family coming from out of town. We got dinners and barbecues planned. Like, I never thought it was a question that I would graduate. What can I do to resolve this? I have got to graduate. And they said, well, you can go and talk to the head of physical education and see if they can accommodate you. I go and have a conversation. It turns out that the easiest thing for me to do is something called a flag dance. I don't know if you're familiar. It's like literally color flags and all kind of, and I was like, well, I'm not really a flag dancer. I mean, I got little moves, but I don't really know if I know flag dancing. And so look, you gotta take these instructions, take these flags. You got 5 days to practice. We will meet you, and if you pass your dance, then you can graduate. Right? So my friends don't believe me. I'm calling them saying, they say I gotta do a dance to graduate. And they're like, girl, you're so silly. I'm like, no, for real, I'm not exaggerating this time. I go, I practice my moves. I show up that day. I show in the gym. The gym is crawling with Secret Service people to protect. There's about 150 Secret Service agents that I gotta do a flag dance in front of in order to graduate. So they're snickering, laughing by, because I'm not that good at it, but I'm trying to do the best that I can. And thank God, obviously, or President Wilson wouldn't let me be here today, I was able to graduate. So I say that to say that the road to greatness may have speed bumps and Secret Service men and all kind of tricks, but persevere and stay focused, because you will get there. Although I was potentially not going to graduate, I'm here today on this stage with a group of the most illustrious students at Morgan State. So if you keep persevering, you don't know where you might end up. At my company, thank you, at Combs Enterprises, we have a very straightforward, action-oriented company mantra, and it is simply, be great. There is a country, which I need to learn, in Africa where there's a language where there is no conditional tense, Maybe somebody knows it here with this brilliant group. But it is, they do not use I would. It's not I could have been great, but my shoes were too small, or I would have been great, but I was too tired. It's just very simply be great. And Sean and I encourage anybody that we work with or alongside that you focus on that Navy SEAL, can't stop, won't stop, be great, mission accomplished by any means necessary, level of dedication in everything that you do. Because if it is worth doing, why not be great? I'm going to talk to you today about superstars. What does it take to be a superstar? And I don't mean just Rihanna or Beyonce, or maybe Cardi B is now a superstar. I'm talking about superstars that also include people like Katherine Johnson, the brilliant black mathematician who changed NASA, or Morgan's own Earl Graves, the businessman who has contributed to this organization, places that the brick paths that you walk across, founder of Black Enterprise, passionate advocate for black entrepreneurship. Or superstars like your grandmother, or your moms and your dads, and your uncles and godparents who sacrificed so you could be in these seats today. Don't ever forget the quiet superstars in your own lives. I'm very fortunate. I've been able to meet a lot of, what is a stereotypical superstar in my life. Royalty, CEOs, billionaires, famous singers, famous rappers. All very different, but they do share a common work ethic and a common drive. I'm a student of patterns, and what I have noticed amongst these superstars is being talented is not even close to enough. I am 42 years old now, and I know people who have been telling me what they were about to do for 22 years, right? And don't get me wrong, some of these people were talented, very smart, persuasive, handsome, beautiful, got good dance moves. They would have killed the flag dance challenge. Smart, you know what I mean? Like, they are wonderful singers. I promise you, with every fiber of my being, that the talent is not enough. You are blessed. I know that I'm in a room full of talented students. But understand that the superstars that I have met that exemplify greatness, they couple that talent with extraordinarily hard work, with their hands, with their feet, with their heart, and their minds. And that combination is the difference between doing things that are good and becoming a true superstar. One of my favorite quotes is attributed to Thomas Edison. It's that opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Don't just run towards the shiny objects. Make sure you understand the work that got you there. My boss, Sean Combs, was recently listed in Forbes as being worth about $850 million. And when I go out and speak to, and he really does represent the American dream. And when I go out, I sometimes hear from young people where it almost feels like they think he inherited the money. I'm like, no, we really work. Like, we still work today. I mean, the reason why I'm 12 years working for Sean Combs is if we decide today to get into the pen business, he puts every bit of passion and effort to studying pens, to understanding ink, to going to the factories. What's the future of pens? What happens when people write left-handed upside down? Like, we approach it with a level of tenacity as if he wasn't worth $850 million. I'm not worth $850 million. I don't know who might be in this room. But if he has that level of tenacity, I encourage you to make sure you approach your character building, your storytelling, your studying, your relationship making, your learning outside the classroom with that level of inspirational tenacity. So let's talk about what a star actually is. Maybe you guys already learned this, but I'll share it. And I love this definition, and it's that a star is a luminous